From complete strangers helping those in need to kind-hearted people rescuing animals from dangerous situations to Good Samaritans providing food to the needy, here are some incredible moments that will restore your faith in humanity. This woman chased her runaway horse down the street and a random scooter driver offered to help her, no questions asked.
Come on, you!
Watch as the woman helplessly rides along the roads trying her best to pacify her horse, but this gentleman of a stranger manages to pacify the runaway horse and get him safely back to his owner. The horse owner was desperately trying to catch him, but to no avail, and the scooter driver had to stay in pursuit until they caught up and grabbed the horse directly from the hike. But next, this fox came to grab some fish caught by the fishermen. The fox was hungry and desperately needed to eat. When the man saw the fox take some fish, he didn't drive the fox away. Instead, he threw some fish for the fox to eat. This fisherman knows the importance of sharing and teaches us a valuable lesson. And next, we have one of the most heartwarming moments of kindness shown by animals. This baby elephant fell into a ditch and was unable to get out. Fearing that the herd would leave without her baby, the mother elephant stood by waiting for help. The entire herd enlisted the help of humans who brought their excavators to help the baby elephant out. It's not every time you have a stranger do something special for you. This completely blind woman came to a restaurant for her birthday and wasn't expecting anything special. However, the chef had a big surprise waiting for her. The chef congratulated her using Braille in a very unusual way. The chef's small yet special gesture made the woman's day. But sticking to surprises, some people have never seen the world in color, just like this man. So his friend decided to give him glasses to fix that. Up next, this CEO decided to earn the same amount of money as his employees. He also raised the minimum wage to $70,000 for all of his workers. In turn, they decided to return the favor and put money aside for a year to eventually surprise him with the car of his dreams. Up next, this kind gesture will surely leave you in tears. This man's 16-year-old son died in a car accident and became a heart donor, saving the life of another person. As a thank you, the recipient of the heart sent a special gift to the teenager's family, a bear with the recording of their son's heartbeat. When a homeless guy was walking around barefoot on the New York subway, this kind man literally handed him his own shoes off his feet. The homeless man was so happy to finally have something to wear on his feet. Sometimes, there's always a good Samaritan that comes your way. When this woman showed signs of dehydration and hunger, this stranger leapt into action. He especially headed off to the store and got her some food and drink to get her through the day. A hurricane took everything from this elderly woman, even her best friend. After resigning herself to the loss, the universe suddenly presented her with a beautiful gift. Up next, this woman's kind action will definitely melt your heart. Watch as she attempts to save the ducklings who accidentally fell into the storm drain. This lady jumped into the closed-up space just to reunite all the ducklings with their mother. But speaking of daring rescues, this little baby stuck between some rocks while trying to reach its family. All it could do was wait for a miracle. That miracle came in the form of this woman. This girl was diagnosed with sepsis and had to amputate both her arms and legs. After several years, she was finally given a special set of prosthetic running blades. While everyone thought she would only be able to walk a few steps during the first trial, she surprised everyone by happily running around with her new legs and a smile on her face. When a little boy was found lost on the side of the street on a cold day, this kind man took care of the terrified child and helped him find his mother. There are still generous people in this world today. Up next, this Holocaust survivor escaped at the beginning of World War II, thinking his entire family had perished. Fortunately, they were alive, and he could finally meet them before he died. Just look at how happy he is to meet his last living relative, a nephew, the son of his younger brother who had also survived. A mother whose 7-month-old son tragically passed away decided to donate his organs to save someone else's life. Watch this emotional moment when she hears his heartbeat for the first time inside the 4-year-old transplant recipient. These wonderful Polish volunteers were seen working hard to make the Ukrainian kids happier while crossing the border. This is a beautiful moment showcasing the importance of helping others in need. When a mother lost her ability to walk after being diagnosed with ALS, she was still able to share a special wedding dance with her son. She had always dreamt of this moment, and months after battling the fatal disease, her dreams finally came true. Just look at the happiness in her eyes. It's wonderful. A beloved custodian from Ukraine was met with a beautiful surprise when the elementary school students stayed late one night to decorate the hallways with sunflowers and messages of support. This IHOP employee uses sign language to give her deaf customer the best ASL customer service possible. And here is yet another example of phenomenal customer service as a Chick-fil-A cashier shares a special moment with a deaf customer who for the first time was able to order on her own. Farmers are very important in our society since they work hard, regardless of the climate, to provide us with food. The last thing we can do to show our support is give back, just like these guys handing a beer to a farmer. This student is extremely colorblind, so when his principal gave him enchroma glasses, he was finally able to see for the first time and couldn't hold back the tears. Everyone in the room gets emotional, and the principal comes forward and gives him a hug. It's such a beautiful moment to watch. It is said that when you leave this world, to leave it better when you arrive. This woman truly lives by the motto as she spends her free time cleaning every headstone in the cemetery, including forgotten heroes and family members. It's always wonderful to see people rush over to help someone when they need it the most. When a storm caused heavy destruction in this tiny town, the cameraman dropped his camera and rushed over to help those people stuck. The reporter was surprised and also shared his reaction. And here is yet another example of phenomenal customer service as a Chick-fil-A cashier shares a special moment with a deaf customer who for the first time was able to order on her own. Farmers are very important in our society since they work hard, regardless of the climate, to provide us with food. The last thing we can do to show our support is give back, just like these guys handing a beer to a farmer. This student is extremely colorblind, so when his principal gave him enchroma glasses, he was finally able to see for the first time and couldn't hold back the tears. Everyone in the room gets emotional, and the principal comes forward and gives him a hug. It's such a beautiful moment to watch. It is said that when you leave this world, to leave it better when you arrive. This woman truly lives by the motto as she spends her free time cleaning every headstone in the cemetery, including forgotten heroes and family members. It's always wonderful to see people rush over to help someone when they need it the most. When a storm caused heavy destruction in this tiny town, the cameraman dropped his camera and rushed over to help those people stuck. The reporter was surprised and also shared his reaction. These guys performed an incredible act of kindness by saving a drowning kitten after it fell into the sea. COVID was an incredibly tough time for many. It was especially worse for teachers and students who were forced to communicate via Zoom. One teacher in particular, Professor Brown of Chapman University, was upset after one Zoom lesson. That's because none of his students had turned on their cameras. In the next lesson, he assumed that this was going to happen again. When the lesson began, none of his students had their cameras turned on, just like last time. But little did he know his students had planned a surprise for him. All of the students turned on their cameras at once, and they were all holding signs thanking the professor for making a difference in their lives. And there you have it. These were some incredible moments of kindness that should definitely melt your heart. Do let us know which of these left you a changed person. If you enjoyed watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.